My name is David Tom. I live in Southern California, work in the insurance industry. I'm a commercial insurance agent, if you will, specializing in construction-related clients and some nonprofits as well.
Before I started with your coaching, Lily, I felt kind of stuck. Um, uh, at the same time, for a few years, I knew that I wanted to dream it all up again, and I felt that, and I had it in the back of my mind for a few years, but I didn't know how or in what fashion I want to dream it all up again. I felt stuck professionally, and then we reconnected, and so this is my vehicle for helping me dream it all up again, finding the goal that really drives you, that reaches to the core of you, that reaches to the soul of you. And that's a really simple yet contemplative question, because you want to find out specifically what you really want deep down. And that's a hard question, because it's a question that only you and you alone can answer, not your family member or your boss or your significant other. But what breaking down was another valuable lesson, because it's tied to self-image, but on the flip, how you see oneself, how you conceive of it, going through the terror barrier, as in, okay, this is what I want. This is my past home movie. This is my past old paradigm that's trying to block me from reaching where I want. But when there's like Lily mentions, there's no difference between faith and fear. They're both invisible. You cannot see it. You cannot touch it. And they're both just as you can work on it. You can work on your fear. You can work on your faith. And you just trust yourself and trust your gut. I see breaking terror barriers as so important, because that's a critical component to reaching the goal, reaching the want that you. One thing that we learn is that it's from the inside out, not from the outside in, and that's a profound difference. When it comes from the inside out, it's internally driven. And whether your circumstances are good or bad, sometimes a little bit both, oftentimes a little bit both. No matter the circumstance, there's a North Star. There's a burning desire that you know exactly where you want to go, and you'll figure out how to do it. The plan may change, but the North. One of our training in this Thinking Results, Lead the Field with Lily's training and coaching and our community, is we see ourselves from our end goal.
Yeah.
So whatever your circumstance, good and bad, now or in the past, where your North Star, your burning desire, that's how we see each other. And that's how we uplift each other as a community. And someone might have mentioned that it is about faith, but it's also about belief in yourself. And sometimes, because of our past home movies, or old paradigms, our old negative self-talk, sometimes we need to borrow other people's beliefs in ourselves. And that is where everyone needs a coach. And I mentioned this last week. Everyone needs a coach, whether it's a mentor, a counselor, someone to guide you. This community with this coaching program, everyone needs a coach. Even the elite athletes or the elite business owners have coaches, or their circle of the mastermind group. And what better way than a consistent mastermind group that meets on a regular basis, keeping each other accountable, uplifting each other, believing in ourselves, even though if we don't believe in ourselves in that particular moment, because there are moments that are hard. We all have those hard moments. And as long as we remind ourselves, as long as we tap into that internal feeling, that internal drive from the inside out, that's where the circumstances do not matter. Recession doesn't matter. That recession, the flip side of recession is plenty of opportunities to get to jumpstart a business opportunity or to whatever, because that's where when there's a crisis, there's an opportunity. That's where the opportunities. That's when there are fire sales. When people talk about investment, you buy low, sell high. You don't want to buy high and sell low.
Mm-hmm.
When there's a recession, markets go down. That's even better to buy, because things are low. You buy low, you sell high. Whether it's a stock, whether it's a exchange traded fund or mutual fund, whether it's real estate. And this community helps us drive our inside, our internal drive, and help to identify opportunities as well.
Yeah.
Because they're brainstorming sessions, and they're
Mastermind.
we bounce ideas off each other. Where I want to go, I am involved with executives, C-suite executives. I am involved with industry leaders. I am involved with business owners. So I see myself there. Before this training, before this mastermind community, I felt a little more timid. And that's rooted in the self-image. And I didn't understand self-image. Yeah, on a high level, yeah, this is how I see myself. But I didn't understand how to work my self-image, how to see myself in a different way, and do the mechanical steps to get to where I see myself from my own end goal, from my own burning desire and wants, from the inside out. So self-image, it involves being comfortable with C-suite executives and industry leaders.
Yeah. And didn't you say you got promoted almost 2 times, 3 times a year?
Yeah. In practical terms, I did get promoted twice within a year, almost 3 times in 13, 14 months. But that's besides the point. But in practice, that's a result of the internal shifts that I've made, the skills and the mindset shifts that I've made, not as a consequence. I don't make those mindset shifts after I get those 2 promotions. It's a lifelong process. There's no such thing as, okay, I finished this in 3-6 months, I put it down. No, it's a lifelong process. And it's a good lifelong process, because it's about what I truly want. It's about what you truly want. And what that's such a beautiful thing. Unlike other programs where it's about, okay, this is what other people want, or this is what your business may want, whether it's a professional development course or it's about the fundamentals, the building blocks, and everything else falls into place. And that's where, for me, that's where it clicks, because it really does go to the fundamental mechanics, the building blocks, and everything all falls into place, and then it builds from that. And that's why it clicks for me versus other programs or other professional development courses or other books, but it doesn't resonate. This program resonates for me. Almost anyone can pick up a couple books or watch a few YouTube videos, and those are helpful, no doubt. But what really makes a difference, the success rate. There's a poor success rate in checking out a book in calculus and library and learning calculus on your own. Very high failure rate. There's a high success rate by joining this community, and that's what I found. It's pretty great. It's not only Lily's coaching, which it helps keep me accountable, helps the group keep accountable. I learned a lot from her experience. What I appreciate about Lily's coaching is she's very honest and open about her struggles, her personal struggles, and that makes it even more relatable. And the cadence and the rhythm of each mastermind group session, it worked well. I do want to say that do not give up on your dream, or if you don't have a dream, dream it all up again. Whether it's this vehicle or another vehicle, dream it all up again. But I think this vehicle is pretty badass.